Henry III, whose barons became increasingly unhappy with his rule until, led by Simon de Montfort, Earl of Leicester, they forced him in 1258 to accept a council to approve his decisions. Most barons let Henry break this agreement 3 years later, but again they became unhappy. And this time, Montfort raised and equipped an army of both ordinary people, mainly from London, and trained troops. Henry and his soldiers came to Lewes to celebrate St. Pancras' Day, the priory being consecrated to this saint. Montfort's men attacked and defeated the king's troops there on May the 14th, 1264, capturing and imprisoning Henry and his son Edward. The battle is rightly remembered because Montfort, who then ruled in all but name, advanced the cause of democracy on from Magna Carta. He summoned to a parliament for the first time, as well as barons, knights from each county, and 2 councillors from each borough. Commoners were summoned to every subsequent parliament. But Montfort became corrupt, giving land confiscated from lawbreakers to his relatives. And a year after Lewes' battle, Edward escaped, and Montfort was defeated at the Battle of Evesham, and his body dismembered.
Hurrah for King Henry!
Hooray! Hurrah for King Henry!
England for the English! Thomas Barleyway here has been sent to act as our guide. He will bring us to Lewes by quiet ways, so the king and his men will not suspect our approach. You have to do what he says, and go where he tells you to go. Do you hear?
Where is he?
Don't act stupid, I just said.
Who is this Thomas Barleyway?
Will you all be quiet? He is our guide to Lewes.
Well, I can't see him, and I can't follow someone if I don't know what he looks like, can I?
He's right, we've got to know who he is.
Let's have a look at this Thomas Barleyway.
Here, stand on this Barleyway, so that they can all get a good look at you. Well, go on, speak to them. Tell them who you are.
My name is Thomas Barleyway.
Yeah, well, we know
Shut your mouth!
And my home is no more than 5 furlongs from this spot in the manor of Cheltington. Now, I'm a plain man and a free man, and I've been sent to offer assistance to you, men of London, and show you the path to Lewes.
To fight the king and win a great victory for the people of England.
Why can't we just take the road to Lewes?
Do you want to be hacked to pieces?
We go quietly over the downs, we have the advantage of surprise.
Enough talking, Barleyway. Now, are you ready to fight? And if necessary, to die for your rights as Englishmen? That's not the voice of an army headed for victory. You are bound to that oath, every one of you, and you must fight to the death if needs be. Now is the time to take that oath again. Repeat the words after me. We will help each other.
We will help each other
Against all people who would wrongfully wish to harm us.
against all people who wrongly wish to harm us.
And we will make no peace without the common accord
And we will make no peace without the common accord
of us and our friends.
of us and our friends.
And from this hour forward we will hold together
And from this hour forward we will hold together
in all rightful quarrels.
in all rightful quarrels.
This to save our liberties and customs
This to save our liberties and customs
against all of those who would wish to do us violence.
against all those who wish to do us violence.
Now, let's be off! This is supposed to be a surprise attack. King Henry may be snoring in his bed, but you can be sure that Lord Edward and his Uncle Richard will have all their wits about them. So, pipe down, the lot of you!
Say what?
I'm here to join the army.
An army?
You're too young to
I am
fight.
not. I'll soon be 14.
Now, Robin Oxford, whatever you doing here? Get back home before you get hurt.
I'm here to fight for Simon de Montfort.
There'll be plenty of causes for you to fight for when you're older, believe me.
What is the matter here? Get a move on, all of you! If you're this sluggish, we'll miss the battle. Barleyway, you're supposed to be leading the way. Get a move on or I'll have you flogged!
Yes, sir. Robin, don't be a fool. Now, just go home while you can.
So, lad, are you going to do as you're told and run off to Mummy?
No, I am not.
And you, sir, you an Aldgate man? Let him get away with it a second time. Oh, no. Why should I? He squealed like a piglet. You'll lose more than a good night's sleep.
You're hostage.
Yes.
Man for you to fleece, eh?
Do you want to be whipped?
No, sir.
Then do as I order.
Yes, sir.
Good. Right, let's get going. We have an appointment to keep with His Majesty, King Henry.
And you better tell me who you are. We thought you were a Frenchie.
I'm Richard Picard.
You were the Sheriff of London, weren't you? I remember your name.
Yes, I was.
But not now.
No. I'm not in favour right now.
Or is it true, then? Did you close the gates of London against the Earl of Leicester?
Certainly I did.
He could have perished.
That was the intention.
You say what you think, don't you?
Yes, I'm an honest man.
But why? Why would you not help Lord Simon? Our cause is just. We fight for the good of all people.
I do not follow the whims of man. I follow my God, my conscience, and my king.
Do you think I'd be here if I had a choice? Wouldn't I rather be at home with my wife, tucked up safe in our bed? But I have to do as I'm ordered. If John de Burgh says I fight, I fight.
You should be proud to be here.
Proud? Most of these men haven't the first idea what they're fighting for.
Yes, they do. They're fighting to protect their rights. They want to have a voice that counts.
No one ever listens to the likes of us. We're nothing. Listen, Robin. I don't want to fight in any battle, because I don't want to die.
You're scared.
Yes, I'm scared. We're going to face an army over twice our size, with over 1,000 knights, fully armed, ready to charge against us. How many knights do you think the Earl of Leicester has? You haven't got a clue, have you? Well, I walked through the camp this morning, and I couldn't have counted more than a few hundred at most. And when those 1,000 knights of the king come charging against me, what do I have to protect myself? That pike and a bit of padding. So yes, Robin, I am very frightened. And so should you be.
I'm not a coward.
Robin, you're just a boy.
I'm not a boy. I'm more of a man than you are. There. That's what I think of you.
Yes, I promise.
You won't hurt any of us.
I will not raise my sword. Well, I don't have a sword. But if I did, you have my word, I wouldn't raise it. Oh, God will bless you for this.
What in God's name are you up to? You son of Satan! Lose my hostage, would you?
Run, Robert.
Traitor! Stop that boy! Don't point that kite at me, you buffoon. You will not touch him! He's a traitor. I'll have him strung up for this. He's an honest boy. You lumpish dolt. He's laughing at you behind your back. He's a spy sent by the king to destroy us all. Half-wit nonsense. He tried to set my hostage free. I caught him red-handed. Did you, Robin?
Yes, I'm sorry. But that man was going to kill him or steal from him. It wasn't right.
You see? Condemned by his own words. Hanging's too good for him. I'll disembowel him with my sword. You will not touch him! He is an honest boy. Make no mistake. I'll cut your throat if you stand in my way.
And me? Will you kill me too?
Give me the boy!
I watched you last summer, Toby. Your greed is like a cesspool of filth. We all smell rank if we get near you.
I'll have you hung for this. No, you won't.
One day, you and all your base kind will get what's coming to them. I just hope I see the day you hang from a gibbet.
I demand justice. We all demand justice. That is why we're here, and that is what we're ready to die for. Quiet! Do you care for no one? Do you want us all to die? I demand that the boy... Quiet! Your arguments are nothing to me. Robin, I order you to return home.
Thomas, I didn't...
You are a boy pretending to be a man. You put us all in danger with your silly game. Now go home, or I'll string you up myself. Go home. Do as you're told. Go! Now! Put up your weapons, all of you!
What for?
Well, for standing up to Toby.
My very, very great pleasure.
Are you scared?
Of course I am. I'm not a rock.
Well, you just seem so sure, that's all.
I deal with things as they are. Try not to fret about things I can't change.
Well, I thought you didn't see it. We've been used.
But Harvey, forget about him. We're fighting for reasons he could never understand. We know why we're here, damn the rest of them.
Well, I still hate him.
There's good in all of us.
Or even that Michael Tovey.
Well, maybe his dog loves him. Wildly fighting in a sea of foes.
So where is the king?
The king is in his castle.
Not a castle.
Priory.
Doors bolted, locked and barred.
No one will enter and no one will leave.
While Lewes is cut with flailing swords.
Thick with the dead and the dying.
And Edward?
Lord Edward?
The future king of England.
He charges back from the ooze of blood and mire.
Over the downlands and far away.
Where the red fields are now still.
And the fallen fall call out for pity.
But where is the foe? Where can Edward vent his bloodlust?
I hear hoofbeats.
Quiet.
Shouting and cursing.
Keep still.
Swords unsheathing.
Lord Edward! Run!
Toby!
With blood in your eyes.
Don't leave me!
How do you tell friend from foe?
Please, I am loyal.
With blood in your ears, how do you hear reason?
God save the king!
With blood in your heart, how do you still your blade?
God have mercy!
No! Lewes is burning! Do you see the thick smoke? Do you hear the screams? All those people, their homes, their children, how will they feed them? I never imagined that everything would burn.
The slopes are alive with the soon-to-be dead.
Hanging on to that last glimmer of hope.
It's a drifting smoke that makes my eyes smart. Will you stop that horrible moaning? How can I help you? What can I do? Lewes is burning, and behind locked doors, great men decide our fate, bartering and bargaining our freedoms.
Is any man above the law?
Justice do in commoners do.
As well and as quickly to the poor as to the rich.
What touches all shall be approved by all.
I came here to fight for the community of the realm.
A worthy fight.
With the blessing of God.
But how can this make things fair?
In death we are all equal.
But who wants to be dead?
I have to believe Lord Simon will be true to his word. At last we will have a voice.
And all the voices have been silenced.
Lord Simon will hear the men of England, and he will listen to them. But Lewes is burning.
Bailiffs, stewards, and to all the King's officials and loyal subjects of Lewes and Sussex. We are gathered here to stand in awe and respect and to await the arrival of your King Henry.
I'll fight the giant and his brothers three, but pray make not he fights the gentleman.
Now pardon shalt thou have, while George still stand. Rise up, thou coward's heart, with sword in hand.
That's on your word.
Last night, my assistants has been Henry seated. Henry seated.
Long live the king!
We go for national. You make way for the king! Make way for the king! Long live the king!
Most loyal subjects, I come in the name of his most puissant and royal grace, your liege, Henry, by the grace of God, King of England, Lord of Ireland, Duke of Normandy and Aquitaine, Count of Anjou, whose armed might, on horse and foot, even now arrives in this fair town of Lewes. My lord, the king sends greetings to your high sheriff, prior, chief constable, justices, bailiffs, stewards, and to all his officials and loyal subjects of Lewes and Sussex.
This way, you mushroom sniffer!
Knowing well that treasonous rebellion and foul sedition is much noised about this realm, your king expects and requires that all true and loyal officers and citizens of the town will most joyfully open your gates and your hearts, gladly rendering up all that might be needful and desirable to succour his person and his armies while his royal grace remains among you. His expectations and the power of his might await your answer. God save the King! God save the King!
Advance! For today we shall feast with the King! To the fair! Fine food and ale!
The Lewes tapestry is 10 feet wide and 2 foot 8 inches high. It took 3 years to sew and consists of views of events in the Battle of Lewes, Montfort's Londoners were not trained soldiers, so when Edward's cavalry charged, they fled and were chased along the Ouse to Barkham and beyond. But Edward's cavalry's absence weakened Henry's army, and they were slowly, in the heat of the day, forced to retreat towards the priory. Henry's archers in the castle aimed flaming arrows at the thatched roofs of the town's houses, and the townspeople fled from their burning homes. Montfort's cavalry chasing the remnants of Henry's army into the marshes. Signing the mise or peace settlement in the priory.
So, this is how we start the piece.
not their hands no crook on me. I'm no common thief. With some warranted attack for my belief.
What dost thou on these bosky downs before dawn, when all honest boys sleep in their beds till morn, sneaking around my flock in the dark? There's more to this than some boyish lark. To save thy neck, pray explain, or this crook will give thee much pain.
Henry must listen to the people's voice. That or imprisonment is the choice. This is the very judgment hour. We lords and barons need more power.
Saying power to the people, my lord.
Oh no. Can't take that on board. They've had no say over new land laws. What do we fight for? This bosky down. The right to be heard by the crown.
Tell me, Lord, Prior of Lewes on the Ouse, will God ensure that his king will not lose?
God will defend the crown with all his might. English kings rule the land by divine right. This is announced to the whole nation, the solemn ceremony of coronation. But if you would allow me to advise, a parley with the barons would be wise.
I will have no more word. Morning, wife. And though the miller's lot is a hard life, thanks be to God the wind is blowing without fail, so we can stop a while and take some ale.
Indeed, God is good. Pray the wind will last. My lord, right.
That's strange. It's early morning still. Man should be with his flocks on the hill. I saw his daughter taking in his bread just after dawn as I rose from bed.
Thanks, Dusty and Millie, my good friends. My story has strange beginnings and fateful ends. I've been to the castle to give them a warning. There will be a fearful battle this morning.
We need not worry. The king's army is in town. The castle and the priory are with the crowd. His knights are ready to defend in battle. They'll slaughter any attack.
I have seen the army camped above the town. Wisely they camped on high for last night, but now they're preparing for today's fight. Your mill is in their path, and I'd advise you to flee, which I shall do when I've brought my family.
We've got a vital business to protect.
Farewell, Dusty. Protect your family before your flower. The attackers will be here within the hour.
Looking for ransoms as they recognise faces. When the battle's over, well, then the business starts. Ransoming foreigners from foreign parts. Well, you know, I think I've probably filled my gorge. I'm going to return now to my forge. Have a care, Susan. The soldiers first. Make sure the devil's paid first.
Behold, we are unhorsed. My steed is hamstrung and I'm thrown to earth in the horse dung. It is an noble to be urgent aid. Without a mount, our battle is lost, I'm afraid.
That stallion there, my liege, I stand and fight to lay the siege. Have fought and lost a gallant battle. Demand a truce, we are slaughtered like lambs.
We will ride to the ridge and call for a cessation before we lose the cream of the men of this nation. The Montfort has won the day, gained the hour. I must allow him and the nobles more power. I will call a meeting in the priory, in the vale, sue for peace, and hope that common sense will prevail.
An old crook cottage up on St. Anne's Hill. You are sore wounded, in need of aid. I
I'll take you up there to back there. Here we go. Now, here's the cottage. I'll leave you to dock. I'm sure Mac will soon be along to unlock. Oh, sorry.
Who's that knocking at my cottage door? Don't you know we're in the middle of a war?
Oh look, he's wounded. Do help me, please.
Come in, young squire. Where is your swagger? Have you lost your spirit along with your dagger? My girl will wash and tend your arm.
You are my master and my liege, and our walls did withstand siege. You are a welcome guest of the community, though we insist on religious immunity. We have responded to your plea for peace. When the ransoms are paid, we will release the noble prisoners captured in the field. Oh, enough of your time-wasting prattle. We're well aware that we lost the battle, and now we will be recompensed, but only if your claims make good sense. We are met here to create a line. The best deal for England has been devised. Three major things must be included, to which the provisions of Oxford alluded. One, you must consult with your noblemen and never dismiss their advice again. Two, you must ignore foreign friends and with your English nobles make friends. Third, noble prisoners from North Hants must be released to take their stance. And last, but not least, you must relent and allow your subjects a parliament.